摂取するようこちらの方針にてお知らせしていきたいと考えております。
Okay, let's get this show on the road. Uh, so today we're playing a game called Endless Empty. So this game, oh, my controller's not plugged in. This game is what is this game? This game is quite interesting. This game is surreal. This game it's a bit out there. It is probably more along the lines of what I have streamed in the past, as in the way past. Um, so long before I streamed more recently, and probably less than what people are more used to seeing me stream. So this is, I guess the best way to explain it is that it's an RPG Maker game. Now that, I guess that doesn't really say a whole lot, because RPG Maker games come in vastly different types and sizes, but this is a bit crazy, I guess. It has received really good reviews, so I imagine that it will probably be quite good. But I have not. I don't have a whole lot of expectations for it to be amazing. But I love these type of games, so to me, this will be a good game regardless. All right, let's. So, oh right, so today we're switching things up a little bit, and we're doing that by me having I'll have a different avatar today. I drew this before stream today, so I was going to stream earlier, but I think this game is quite short actually. So I decided, I don't actually know how long this game is. Let's check the what people are saying on reviews. It's much longer than I expected. Um, well, on average, it seems like. Um, but I thought, you know what? I'll go for like a different style avatar today. So this one is drawn by me, not by Suit as the other one is. Um, it's very minimalistic, I guess. It's very simple. I thought I thought it would be funny. It's based on Twitter post I saw. Uh, so let's change on over to this scene. So I'm guessing it'll probably. Oh, there we go. So this is the this this is the avatar. Um, yeah. So that's what you'll be seeing today. So I drew this. Didn't take too long. Not my finest work, but I think it looks wonderful, and I think it fits today's stream in absolutely no way. So I think that's just perfect. Of course, we have our image of the day as well in the top right, and we'll have our game in a second, I hope. I have like 800 El Minaj. This is very loud. I'll need to turn this volume down. So give me a second on that before I get it up on screen. Probably like that should be fine. Okay, so I think that might be too quiet, but let me just get it up on the screen before I. It is incredibly small. Let's get this. I guess like this, probably. We'll change it on the way if we have to. Can I full screen? I cannot. Let me crank the volume up a bit more so it's not too quiet either. Right, there we go. That should be fine. If it's not fine, then I'm sure we'll fix it as it comes. This is not a controller game. I don't know why I plugged in my controller for this, because this is absolutely not a controller game. So like I said, this is very very crazy game. This is very surreal. It might have some more mature themes in it, and it might also have zero keys, blah blah. Yep. It might also have. Am I something quite static? It might also have you know, your general warnings in mind. Just so people are prepared for rooms at the end of the hall, brightly colored door, you can't miss it. Whose room is this then? I feel like now it's starting to get loud again. There's no settings here. Let me change the volume slightly less. It might only be on my end that it's loud. Let's try this. This seems better already. Okay, so brightly colored door. Am I to guess that all the other doors are locked? So I don't have to try to open them all. You can sprint. Usually there's a settings menu to auto sprint when you can. This must be mine. There's a single television in my room. Turn on the TV. Let's do that. The strange memories. So I'm probably not gonna read everything. Despite it being like an RPG Maker game, I think it's like a mix of where it's story based, but it's also like actually RPG. What the title drop already? We're off to a flying start. There's now a crack over here. Pull it down. Welcome. TV got turned off. So, actually, let's have a look at what we have here. Small look, not too much. Okay, so nothing too special. This is an enemy. No, this is all my fault. Right. I didn't get to hear why I would eat him. Trigger finger. Interesting. So now I have a party member, which is apparently the guy that he's a neuron. He apparently the neuron that triggered insanity fragment. Attack with whatever. Basic attack as well as unique special abilities. Static has visions, which will deal damage to corrupted memories. Trigger finger has stasis. Will heal and buff allies. Alright, let's try a vision. Let's try peek into the abyss. And I'm guessing we don't need to heal yet. Okay. So I'm guessing memories is like the economy. Yeah, so let's save. I don't think I need to do that yet. Hopefully not. I wouldn't imagine I need to do that yet. Unless the game has like a tendency to crash. Which I wouldn't imagine it does. Anxiety is the first chapter. So that noise has given me a headache. How can a neuron have a headache? I don't think a neuron can have a headache. Oops. Bring the whole family. Next exit on your right. Who are you? Enjoy your stay. Alright. A tour guide. Banking, employment, and factories. The town is over. I don't remember where they all are. How are you a tour guide then? Okay, what's down here? Why is stuff moving here? Trying to get home, but my apartment keeps running away. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. What's this? Does this door look different, like it doesn't belong here? The noise of outside has stopped. I think this is a place of tranquility, a happy place. Staying here is not getting us any closer to finding a solution to the whole dying thing, but it is a good place to talk if you have a second. Let's keep an eye out for Collar Door. They may have important realms behind them. Entire realms. Right, okay. So I'm guessing this is for like gathering information about your party members and stuff. Or the area, I guess, works as well. I didn't think about that. Probably would like to inform you about what the area entails. Okay, and what is this? Oh, so that's healing. Right. Not entirely necessary. I did lose a bit of health, but not too much. Not enough that I was in any sort of concern. Let's go up. Follow this path to the most profitable business in town. I wonder what their secret is. Is that like the next area's, I guess, dungeon or something? Got my resume edited and I earned my best suit. Now I just need to ace this interview, but the boss is a fearsome man. I don't think I can do this. Damn, the competition looks steep this year. Really hope I can get this job. How you don't even have a resume? How do you expect to get a job here? Oh. Okay, so I'm guessing to get in there I need a resume. Why are there just giant boots blocking the path here? Oh, they're not blocking the path. They're also not giant boots, apparently. Which confuses me even more, because it looks a lot like giant boots. What is this? Giant piggy bank. Pray to the giant pig of good fortunes. Let's pray to the giant pig of good fortunes. No. I'm not allowed to, apparently. The music levels in this game are like all over the place. I feel like I need to turn down the volume again. But then it's going to be like a second. The city sure is big. It sure is. I would like to leave this town, but I'm unsure where to go. Pay toll here. The exit to JWX Memorial Highway. 1 gold coin. So I'm guessing I also need to find 1 gold coin somewhere. See, so now it's starting to suddenly get loud again, so let's turn the volume down a bit more. Maybe I just keep the volume mixer open at all time, huh? Just constantly change how the volume levels are. I should get a resume here, but the monster upstairs freaks me out. It's a monster. Where they determine the perfect job on you based on a blood sample. Alright, let's kill the monster. Welcome. If you're looking for help getting a job, check with the monster upstairs. He may look frightening, but he's really quite friendly. Alright, let's see this monster. He doesn't look frightening. Yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. First off, I need some basic information from you for this resume. Did your name, education, working experience, and any community service? I don't remember. Oh! Don't even worry about all that stuff. It is all fluff anyway. We can just make something up for that. The real important part is determining what type of worker you will be. This is completely done through a series of questions. These questions will help completely personalize your resume. So first question, what type of leader are you? Prefer to rule over your lowest with an iron fist? Or do you hide in the shadows, striking your employees when the time is right? Neither, preferably. Let's do shadows. Great answer. You can't let workers rest for a second. Next question. How trustworthy are you? Situation. A friend and fellow employee is planning on robbing the company later that night. Do you join him so you can grab twice as much, or do you report him to the nearest offices? You can steal the items later at your own convenience. Join my friend. Of course, you can't pass up a deal like that. Okay, one final question. This one is about your management skills. A situation. You are trying to print your monthly status report on plastic containers and illegal firearm sales, but the printer is not working. Do you kick the piece of junk until it works, or do you export the printing cost to the lower offices, increasing both the company's equity stocks and your quarterly productivity rates? Export. Now, that is the attitude employers want to see. Okay, we're just about done with your answers. I think this might be one of my greatest works. Just a few more frilly adjectives over here, maybe a few semicolons to look smart, and all done. I did it. I received my resume. Wonderful. Okay. So with this, we can go to the the workplace, the shop, the old work. Wait, you were there, yeah, you were there before. So we're going left, past the shoes, past here. So now we can go inside to the business. My interview went terrible. That's not good. There's a fine looking resume you got there. Thank you. Oh! You must be here for the position. The boss will like to talk to you. Follow me. I'm following. Trust family community. Just follow me this way. Do watch your step though. This area is haunted by ghosts of our former employees. He's off! Oh, no, there we go. Upside down man emerged. It's the upside down man. That it is. Evaded the attack. Null. This world has torn me apart. What the? Okay, I think I need to heal now. Now he's a burden. So let's heal. Let's do another peek into the abyss. What the? I can't do a whole lot more of these peek into the abyss. I did poison him though. This upside down man sure is difficult. A tough one. I mean, Triggerfinger's attack is kind of pointless, right? Because it never does anything. But that should be enough now. 200 XP, acupuncture needle, level 3. What is the acupuncture needle? Recovers 500 HP. I think maybe I need to go back and heal up. Just in case there are more fights, because I used everything for that one fight there. Now, the healing was done down here, right? Through this door. I assume this also gives me full whatever points I use for skills and stuff. And it did indeed. Okay, through the door. Continue upwards. Continue further upwards. No upside down man this time around. Great, you are here. Let me introduce you to the boss. Boss, I have a potential employee here for the open position. Come over here so I can take a good look at you. Here, we'll all be damned. Seems like we got someone here with real gusto. I can already tell you will be a drive to succeed unless, unlike those noodle necks I just interviewed. I had the pleasure of reading your resume. Very impressive, very impressive. Yet it has come to my attention that you have only just arrived in our fair town. So let me explain. This town runs on money growth and 80-hour work weeks. If you don't make money and spend money, you will be left behind. It's all about consumerism and capitalism, God's gift to the modern world. Yet let me ask you a question so you can better understand our position. What does a man living in a capitalist society want more than anything? I mean, probably all of these, I assume. I'd imagine probably power, which you get from money. I knew you were a smart one the moment you walked in, but the real answer is actually quite the opposite. A man living in a capitalist society wants anarchy above all. It is a strange phenomenon, I must confess. Man spends all these years looking for safety from nature only to destroy the shield he spent decades making. Where does a business like mine come into all of this, you ask? Well, it is simple. We give the people what they demand. This business sells anarchy. It is really quite profitable. Here, let me show you. First, let me show you some of our products. Maybe I should save, just in case this is going to be a boss fight. A manufactured idol, though anarchy is all about destruction of order, the people will still need to lead the charge. The newest model here is really causing a stir. No love for the gov. Only we have a fresh yep. We sell it as stickers for $2.99 and t-shirt decals for $5.99. Funny. Crowning achievement, the sledgehammer. Guns or bombs. That a hammer smashing in the windows of the elite in person. Babies are selling like hotcakes. Sir, what is it? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an interview? There have been reports of a monster nearby towns that already destroyed several residential areas across the hopes and dreams of thousands of people. A monster, you say? This is big. Imagine the brand recognition we could get from a monster like that. We must offer him a contract at once. Right, let's save. We've now been let into the factory, or whatever this is. You got the sledgehammer. Is that a weapon by any chance? It's not. It's just a key item. Device used to inspire anarchy. Is there anything in here? No. So do I just have to leave again? Where would the monster be? Do you tell anything? No. So he said residential area, which I feel like should be kind of like a giveaway as to where that would be, but I don't actually know where the residential area is. I'm lost. City sure is big. So this is the pig, right? And it's not here. No. I can't do this because I don't have a gold coin, so it can't be this way. Why can't I go that way? Oh, that's where it came from, I guess. I mean, the last... I don't really know where to go then. It's not up here. It's not up here. Unless I can go right here. No. Hmm. Oh, residential area. That's where all the apartments are, isn't it? Must be down here. Of course. Or not. Was ran out of that town to the east. We need to find a way. We do have a sledgehammer. Is there something? Oh, is there something we can break? Ah, I get it now. I get it. I get it. I get it. I need to break the piggy bank. Up here. Break this thing. Oh. A word. Well, I got a gold coin, so now I can get past the toll, which was down here, I think. Yes. Yes, pay the toll. So there's a door here. It also continues. Oh, the door must be like another safe place. Let's save now. Museum of Faces. Guessing is that way. I don't think we need to go that way yet. Although it might be like a extra thing. What is this? Oh, car accident. Is it? Why does Trigger Finger not do any damage to any enemy ever? Okay. So we go left. So there's 2 eyes. I don't know what that's supposed to indicate. I'm guessing this is like a like no matter the direction we pick, we end up back here. No, I think no, I don't think that's true. I like to imagine that left was correct, and then I need to figure out what the correct direction is here. Yeah. I don't know. I got it right. I don't know what I did though. Should I go in the next room or leave its beauty untouched? I don't know. I will go into the next room, but I will heal up first. I've heard that. Wait, don't go in there. The next room has been sealed for 1,000,000 years. The formations have grown in the room during that time will be. But on the other hand, this discovery ideally in the room. But if I share this with you two, could I justify? View the room. If you don't take someone else's. Yes. Welcome, Woat. My glowing area. It breathes. It's coded. Beautiful girl. I gain crystal dust, whatever that is. Okay, what are you saying now that we've looked through it? That was beautiful. Good. What was crystal dust? Just gained from a hidden room in a cave, most likely worth a fortune. Alright. So now I can just exit any one of these and it should take me to the entrance. So now we go up here, because this is also the wrong way, I think. Well, I don't know where this is leading. Desert Crow. There's 3 of them. Oh, Trigger Finger can actually damage them this time. Actually, you attack that and you attack that. Let's use another vision. Nice. Level 4, Heart's Cradle. What is Heart's Cradle? Attack that pulls the heartstrings. Let's heal up. Let's heal up. There's no big eye here. No, you wouldn't happen to have eye drops on you. This desert storm is killing me. I do. Trying to protect the secret treasure trove, but it is such a drag. I don't think the Elder Gods would be too upset if someone nice like you took a peek. I get to look into treasure trove. Enter. A treasure and a dead guy. 100 memories. It's a dead body. There's a note in his hand. Look at the note. You don't understand. The faces lead me somewhere. Their perfect alignment reveals the code. Eyes, nose, mouth. Green 3, white 5, black 6. Do I need to screenshot this? I'll screenshot it. I've now screenshot the thing. Yes. Exit. There's a way down here. The key. owner's key. The road to Utopia is closed for the time being. Why is it closed? Well, you see the desert crows have shed feathers all over the highway, and as we all know from the storybooks, crow feathers are bad luck. Crow feathers are good luck. We have to gather them all to deliver to the village shaman. Shaman, this is modern society. We don't have shamans anymore. No, that is wrong too. This road closure is part of a complex government conspiracy. You see, this is the only delivery route for crystals into Utopia, thus forcing a crystal shortage, allowing the government to flood underground markets with private stockpiles. And you see, it is all a diversion of the real crisis. It's getting us nowhere. Into a fight of a car accident. And I got the upper hand. Let's just attack. I guess that means that I get a free... yeah. Let's try this one. I need to heal. I think I need to heal again. Okay. So, this is the museum here. I don't think this is where I would need to go, but... welcome to the Museum of Faces. Right. First dictator of Utopia. Inventor of gravity. New guest at our prestigious museum. I guess I'll go through the door with this guy. Does this have to do with... because this looks like the thing I just saw. Coincidentally, the story of this game is very similar to Aiden, which looks completely different. I hope you've learned a lot. I will give you ownership to this entire museum, including my secret passcode. No. I don't know if I could get something else for that. What's up? I didn't even go upstairs. Oh, so this must be it, right? That I took a screenshot for. It says green 3, wide 5, black 6. And then eyes. But then, like, what? Sometimes does it mean anything? Green, wide, black. I don't think at any point it's green, white, black, is it? It's always green second. Do I need to click anything? No. What does it say? You don't understand the faces, lead me somewhere. Their perfect alignment reveals the code. Green 3, wide 5, black 6. Oh, so it's if the thing needs the thing that it's on top of, it counts, huh? Is that true? Or no? Because here it's not, it doesn't align. This doesn't align. And this doesn't align. But this does. So 5, 3, 6. Is that right? 5, 3, 6. Is that right? Because this doesn't, yeah. So a 5, 3, 6. But what do I need that for? So there's a poem painted on it. Many paths, many faces to see, many hearts to love. Lose. How did I get here? Where am I going next? 5, 3, 6. Static now level 6. Solve the museum code using the sliding faces. And the heart pendant. Accessory that increases max health. Sure. Exit. Where am I now? What? This wasn't where I was before. There's a door here. Who's this guy? Your business empire isn't complete without a few of these. Source 200. A large plastic handgun. Return a player to existence during battle. I think I'd like the handgun, please. For more damage on this guy. Let's save. Alright. So we need to go back out, I guess. Or where are we headed? Is there any exit from here? Is this one? So crystal, we could use this to make a trip across the desert better. Yes. A name? I'm fine with static. Static. I like this one, he says. This one does go hard. Okay, what are we fighting here? 5 crows? I don't have anything that damages all of them, unfortunately. Oh, that does so much damage. Okay, so now I'm gonna heal Thought Eater. This handgun is very powerful. Okay. Let that sound quick. Let's turn back. I go that way. What do we have here? Two stray thoughts firing in this lonely abyss. Oh, sweet divines, these are the moments I live for. I am death. Or at least your mind's interpretation of death. Some people view death as a reaper dressed in black, others a beautiful woman delivering one final kiss. But for you, I appear in this form. Not the most flashy get-up, I know. I'm guessing it is some type of visual metaphor for the fear of endless nothing. But enough with appearances, let's get down to business. Have you ever noticed your body is motionless? And as near all hope is lost sounds like the perfect time to start working on a miracle. Right. Okay. Interesting car. What is this? Okay, so I can't get past here. So I need to go up, I guess. What's this way? Wait, is this just the same? Yeah. Oh, wait, nothing up? Where's the monster then? Oh, I can go inside. Oh, I don't act like the people on TV when I grow up. Grown-ups allowed. Yes. Crowd cheers. Alright. Let's go up. Big Timmy's room. Memories. Not bad, not bad. How do I leave? Okay. What the? There's fire in your house. What the? Fire sale. Is this like a boss? Some description. I think maybe it's not really worth... well... probably still is. Come on. Alright, very nice. Alright, so I'm gonna save this and then not play any more of it. I like this. I don't think it's a very good stream game. I like it though. It is very much in par with what I usually play though. Very similar to what I normally play. I think I saved. I forgot if I saved now. So let's find something else to play. So I didn't want to start anything big today. I did mention that I wanted to, start a big game again soon. I didn't really want to start anything today because I started a stream kind of late. I didn't really feel like starting up a game now. I guess like a bigger game, because I would only really get to play a little bit of it, and then not really get to get to play too much. So I was looking for something that was slightly smaller. I thought that might be good, the game I just played, but I don't think that makes for a very good stream game, that one specifically. So let's have a look at what else we could play. I'm not so sure. I haven't actually prepared. I was hoping that one would make a fine stream game. But it wasn't... I don't think it really was. I do like RPG Maker games though, so I will keep playing that off stream. You know what? I'm going to go Wolfie mode here. I'm gonna stream some WooLoop. I guess. If you know what WooLoop is. If you don't, then you'll find out. This is very loud. I think. Where's WooLoop? Where's WooLoop? Why is it not showing up on the... There you go. No. There you go. Now we transform, fit to screen, and then I make it smaller so you can see me as well. Maybe make it a bit bigger. A bit smaller. And now I change the volume because this is very loud. Okay. So these are the DLC ones. Are these also DLC? I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna start with the latest and go backwards. Also because I wanna edit this game, so I'm gonna try to avoid to do any of the starter ones. I am aware of how to play this. Okay. Although it doesn't tell me where to start. There you go. So this, quite simply, is just you basically... I forgot to change the game category thing. So let's do that just a second. There you go. So quite simply, this is just a game where you make wool. Little wool things. It is very, very comfy. Very comfy game. I can highly recommend anyone to play this. So you just do this basically the entire game, and it is a good relaxing game. I haven't actually played it because usually I play other games for relaxation, but I did see Wolfie, and I have watched basically every time Wolfie has played this, how how relaxing it is. So it is definitely a game that's that I could see being very relaxing. And I have looked into making custom levels in it because I have wanted to make one for Wolfie because I thought it would be a really cute idea to do that. And I have an idea of how to do it. Oops, that wasn't right. Get out of there. How do I undo this? I'm stuck on something. It won't let me unstuck. There you go. So I have an idea of how to do it. So basically, it's a lot less complicated than I originally thought. I just haven't really because the game doesn't actually allow for, despite what you might think in like the simplicity of the game and stuff like that, the game doesn't actually naturally allow for making levels, like crafting your own levels in this. So I have tried to see what to do when it doesn't allow for that. And to do that, you basically need to mod in levels. I don't, and this isn't like this is a pretty like niche game, I guess. Like it's not really that known. Like if you look up any sort of information about this game, it is quite difficult to find anything in regards to how to do things. So I wait, it's not even, why isn't it showing the game? Oh, is it because it's, I freaking hate this. Okay, hold on. There is actually gameplay. There we go. So I have, you missed a few things, but that's okay. I'll be playing this for a bit. I've looked into how to make it work, and one of the things I found out is that basically what you need to do is all levels have a list of pins, which are these pins that you're seeing on the screen that I'm like connecting like this. So this is a pin right here. This one is a pin. There's a pin. There's a pin. There's a pin. So each of these are pins, right? And they are in a list where they have an X and they have a Y. Well, I guess not really a dimension, but like they have a like they're either on, like you're given an X and a Y, probably also a C. Now that I think about it, although I don't know why you would need a C axis. But yeah, so you're given two values, and based on those two values, calm down. Based on those two values, that's how it identifies where the pin is supposed to be. It doesn't, so a pin doesn't describe what color you're using for wool, like I'm doing now. It doesn't do that. The color comes in the second list, because I mentioned that there were two lists. How's this looking so far? There's two lists. And the first one was where the pins are located. The second one is basically the tutorial for patterns. Now, I'm not sure how how it calculates the arrows, if that's automatic or if that's manual. Like you see how it knows that I need to rotate around like this and then up here, and then I don't know if that's automatic or if that's something that is in that list, or if like they have their own code that says, okay, well, if the order is doing this and then this and then this and then this, then it would automatically, the arrow would automatically need to be this. However, I think I have a good idea of what to do, so I would like to give that a try. Just try, you know, seeing how difficult it would be to make my own little WooLoop level. I'm probably not going to make anything that makes it, or anything that is publicly available if I do make something, because I will probably end up, sit down here. I will probably end up having to code something like UI wise, not in the game, but like outside of the game. I'll probably, because my main language is JavaScript, so I'll be coding it in JavaScript, obviously. But I'll probably aim to make, oops, no, I'll probably aim to make something that lets me visualize these levels in my given language, so I can also make them more easily. And the reason for that is that it doesn't seem all that difficult, to be honest, because like I said, all it is an X and a Y coordinate. So past that, there's not a whole lot else to do. But I would just like to I would just like it to be, you know, right when I do try it. But yeah, that's WooLoop. It's basically just this. It's basically just doing wool in little patterns that makes out nice little drawings. Now, when I'm thinking of making something for Wolfie, I tried looking into the editing, because it's actually, like I mentioned, it's quite simple. So I tried already looking into editing files, but the issue is I don't have anything to visualize the coordinates yet. So I haven't done anything in regards to the coordinates. But that's why when I said I wanted to do some of these levels, that I said that I would do the later levels, because basically the earlier ones are ones that I have edited. I've changed them a bit to try to see if I could make the editing work, the changing levels thing. And I guess in a way I made it work, but I don't know if it's like actually physically available. Because I'm still trying to figure out what the different things actually mean. But I think something I'll probably do just as a practice to see if it if my theory is correct, is just make like a make like a level where everything is randomized. Like I make like a WooLoop level where all the pins are like in a random location and all the connections are random. Just something really quick, just to test it out. Just you know, to figure out if it's a viable thing I'm thinking of doing. Maybe it isn't, and if it's not, then you know what? Oh well. Because on the other hand, I also need to ship it in something that is not too much effort to set up. Like if I'm sending it to Wolfie, I don't want to send him like a weird file telling him that, you know, or giving him like a 800 line instruction, on how to install it. I'd rather just, you know, it being like super simple, super easy. Obviously, since it's like a unofficial mod, because obviously it's not official in any way. I don't even know if they condone doing it. Probably not, but I don't think they would be that against it. Stop that. See, now I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Reset, please. Oh my word, this is taking a while. I don't know if they would condone it, but since it's not like official, like if it was Steam Workshop, all I would need him to do is like click subscribe. But it's not, so I need to figure out what to do otherwise. But it would be nice to do. Although I guess it would be even nicer if I could do it for anniversary. And I guess like a real nice concept, which I brought up as like a kind of like a joke, I guess. But I mean, it's not necessarily a joke. But it would be funny if I made it work in like an acceptable manner. It would be nice to make something that allowed other people in the community to also make levels, and then maybe, just maybe, no guarantees. What is this? Why, this is just a mess. No guarantees. I would be able to make like a little event-like thing where everyone gets together and makes like a level for Wolfie in this, of something that he might like to do. Like, I don't know, it could be anything. What does Wolfie like? He likes rats. Maybe someone makes a rat. Is there already a rat in this game? There might already be a rat. Is there a rat? Can I look without? I probably can't. But yeah, someone could make a rat. Someone could make Wolf as sit, maybe, because that was my plan. My plan was doing Wolf as sit. Because that doesn't seem like it would be too difficult. Although I guess nothing really would, because this is very simple, like pixel art, basically, right? Like if you think about it, you're basically just doing the outline of certain things. You're not really doing the inner bit of it. In most cases. I guess this is not really a good example, but in theory, you know, like this, you know. Oh, where am I going? In theory, like this, right? I guess maybe I could do it like on stream today. I could take a look, because I guess I could very quickly throw together something that just randomizes a level. And we'll see if it works. And if it doesn't, then I am not the only one who is here to acknowledge that it doesn't work. But yeah, people having access to basically, you know, making their WooLoop levels would be, I imagine, not a bad idea. I understand the concern that, you know, they probably wouldn't be able to sell too many levels if people could just make all the levels that they're trying to sell. However, I think, personally, if I liked something and I could also get it for free, I would probably still support the people who made it. Since I do want to support them. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Down here. This is quite a big one, this one. Oop. I might not finish this whole thing, because the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking it's probably really, really big. Maybe I could show off how the things look. How the levels and stuff look on stream. I don't know if I could show that off. Nope. Nope. Stop getting attached to everything except for where I need to go. I like how WooLoop was just kind of like just like a sudden pick. This wasn't really in the planning at all. But, you know, I like it. I mean, to be fair, it's not a long stream today anyway. This is going to be a very short stream because my original intention was you know, playing that other game just very shortly. Doing a bit of that, but then I didn't think that was really a good stream game. It felt like a pretty good game. It didn't feel like a very good stream game. And I still haven't decided on like a bigger game to start yet. I see all these, like, the people I watch, the streamers I watch, they are always starting like big games. They always look so good. But then I'm like, oh, what game am I starting? And I can never figure one out. Never figure a good game out. Nope. Wow, what did I do there? I have so many like smaller games, like games I like playing, but then like going back to, I guess. Like now, I guess I'm playing a bit of WooLoop. This isn't something I'm gonna keep doing, to be fair. Not that I don't like WooLoop, but this just is less the style of game that I usually play compared to bigger RPGs and stuff like that. Oh. But I also every once in a while I do Picross, which is also like one of those games where it's just like a small, quick game, right? It's very nice, these games. Oops. So I guess what I would need to do to make a Wolfie. Oops, I'm incredibly sorry for that. What I would need to do for a Wolfie WooLoop level is I would need to oh speaking of, hey Wolfie, yeah, what I would need to do is I would need to figure out where all the pins go. Oh boy. And my idea for that is to basically take a drawing and then imagine, because I have done pixel art in the past, So take a drawing and then imagine if it was pixel art, where would the points be? And I think that probably translates pretty well to being where the pins would be as well. And then obviously the colors would just be the colors that are on the actual emote, or the colors that are used in that situation. But I have no idea. I haven't even tried. I haven't even looked. So I don't even know where to start yet. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Well, I kind of know what I'm looking at because I have looked at it a bit. I was very surprised at actually how well, I guess in hindsight it's not very surprising because it is quite a simple game. It packs a lot of soul in its simplicity, but it is quite a simple game, right? But I was quite surprised at how simple the levels actually are. That makes me all the more curious to how difficult or hopefully easy it would be to make a level in it. I actually thought that my main concern was how difficult the what they call routes, which are, you know, the pulling the wool between each pin. That was my main concern. How difficult would those parts of the game be? 'Cause I wasn't entirely sure if they had it all like stitched together, no pun intended, well, but oops, but they actually the system is really simple. Like a route just takes it takes like a set of, or like, well, it takes like a bunch of pins, an order of pins, and then it takes a rope color, as it's called, and then the rope color is just the color that you're expecting to see, and then the pins is the order of pins from start to end. For me, it'll probably be even simpler because I imagine that they probably have an eternal, or not simpler rather. Mine will probably be more complicated because I imagine that they probably have like an internal map creator, so they don't need to, you know, manually code the levels, I guess, or do like the levels in like a text-based thing. I guess, like I said, I will try to make like a UI thing for it. I'll give it a try at least, just for my own sake, just to see if I can do something like that. I think if I do, it would be nice to maybe also just see if I could if I can't make like a, I guess, like easy translation of like an image to pin, so it will automatically do it, which that would be a lot. But if I can't do that, then I think the more simple solution to that would be onion skin. I imagine that would probably practically perform the same same goal in a way. I mean, it would still mean that I would need to do the rest of the work manually, where the alternative with the automating it That's what I was trying to say. Would do that automatically. Take a quick sip. Starting to look nice. Whatever this is, PCB. But yeah, the if I did it with onion skin rather than automating it, it would mean that obviously I would still need to do the manual work. Get out of there. Which is less than stellar, I guess, but better than nothing. Again, I don't wanna make it like a massive project. I think it won't need to be either. Just like a very simple UI for wow, this is a long. Very simple UI for putting a pin down, and then actually now I wonder. I think the pins are like a dictionary where they're ordered by. They're probably given like a pin ID. Yeah, I think that's what they're given. Given a pin ID, and then by that pin ID they probably have. That's where the coordinates come in, the XYC. Although I'm still quite curious what the C is for. I think so far all the C's have been 0. I don't know why there's a C in the first place. Maybe they intended for some of the levels to have different C values. But I mean, so far, I can only really speak for ones that have different X and different Y values. Oh, didn't do this quite enough. Oh, a bit too fast on that. Up here, spin around. Up here. So yeah, my thoughts for the custom level would be probably just like something simple to start, and then I'll probably try to generate that randomly, and then if it works, which I still am not I'm still not well. I think the loops where I'm just spinning around, I think often I kind of just get lost in thought and just spin. Oh, I keep forgetting because they try to show which way you should spin the loop with the colors, but I keep misunderstanding that, just spinning it in one way. Oh, here we go. But yeah, I think something simple would be a nice start. What is this? Oh, okay. I think I have the speed of a speed runner in WooLoop. The WooLoop speedrun strats. This is it. No failing here. I keep I don't know how I keep doing that, but I keep where am I going? All the way down here. I keep getting attached to like wrong ones. To the wrong pins, and then I start spinning around. Early, when I started this one, I somehow like got connected in like a really big like web of wool up here, down here. don't quite think this is how they look. These I'm not entirely sure what they're called. Oh, it does look nice. Here. Oh, see now I'm connected wrong again. Nope. All right. Nope. I like that it does undo quite nicely. I wonder how this level looks in the level the level code thingy. Maybe because I was looking at a much simpler one. I tried to find the basically based on the so you can't it's kind of hard to figure out what is simple based on the code, because one might have few pins but it has a lot of rope, or one might have a lot of pins but it has basically no rope, no connections, like maybe all of them only are connected once. And then in something like this one, you have multiple connections on like the same pin, stuff like that. So it's a lot more. It's a lot more. Oh no. There you go. So it's a lot more. It's a lot more complex. I'm spinning the wrong way. So it's a lot more complex when you have like both of those things at once, when you have a lot of pins and also a lot of connections, or a lot of rope leading to like the same one. And the one I took was very, very simple in that, like, it had very few connections and very few pins, and I found that basically just by sorting by the size of the levels, because each of them have a static set of variables, which are stuff like what their names are, what their yeah, I don't remember the other ones, but definitely what their names are. Something about Steam achievement names as well, and all sorts of things like that. And I was thinking, okay, well, if I just sort them by size, then basically what I would be getting is a sorted. Oh no! Oh, I didn't spin around that one. Sorted list based on their dynamic variables, which is stuff like the pins and stuff like that, since all the other would be the same. And the one I took was quite low in size. I don't remember which one it was specifically, but I looked at it and I got a pretty good idea of how things are set up. So I guess that's quite funny to look into for the future, for how to work the behinds on this. This looks really funny down here. I really like how this looks. Nope, spun the wrong way again. Nope, where am I? Oh, so when I first opened, and actually the reason why this is actually, oh, where am I? Oh no. The second time where I've tried making, I guess, like a level in this, and the first time I tried, I got very confused because the way I was looking at the levels was a bit wrong. And they weren't really making a whole lot of sense at the time. I guess I don't know why it was so different. But this time I tried again, and I tried using a different program to rate the levels, because they're not hidden per se, but they are in the game files that you'll need to look through. And it made a lot more sense this time. So it'll be quite fun. Oh no. It'll be quite fun. It won't even be the first time I make something like that either, I guess, in a way. I used to play a gacha game called World Flipper, which is a pinball gacha game. Which is the most fun I've ever had in a gacha game. I played that a lot. Basically, every day for 2 years, I guess it would be, because I kind of quit around the second anniversary because their big announcement for the second anniversary was end of service, which was quite sad, especially considering how much I'd played the game. Now the servers aren't actually dead yet. The game is still running, but the services are ending, far as I recall, in March. So it is close to ending. Anyway, in World Flipper, I used to be first I was really into the game, so I started by being like I guess like a mentor or something. Like people would ask me for builds, and I'd help them out on what build would be best. And then eventually down the line, that role kind of became pointless, because at the time you needed basically like a strong team per element. But then down the line, teams became a lot more generic. So you could either go for your favorite team in one element, or you could go for one of the very known teams in a specific element. So there weren't really much need for a mentor anymore at the time. There was still people who tried to mentor, but at the end of the day, it was a lot less necessary than it was when the game actually started. And I was a mentor for a good like 1 year or so before it was kind of made redundant because of anniversary units. And I kind of expected that to happen because I knew how strong they were from the Japanese service. So at that time I moved over to do more data mining for the game. Now I don't really like I don't really like the data mining in the sense of because I know that a lot of people, when they hear data mining, it becomes a very negatively loaded word. But basically, the data mining was more for offering people the ability to prepare for the future for something like a gacha, which I personally find is really worth it, because if you don't really know when things are happening, how's this looking so far? Ooh. If you don't really know when things are happening, it becomes really hard to play a gacha. At least for my sake. I don't know if everyone's like that. I know that some people play it and they just kind of wing it. But for my sake, if I don't know when things are happening, it becomes really hard to play because there might be a character that I'm really fond of, that is like releasing or has like a thing happening, and then because I haven't prepared for that, I won't be able to get that character's skin or whatever it is for the gacha at the time. So I like to prepare, and I think another thing for the preparation is that there's also a lot of events, and some of the events are actually like super. At least in Will Flipper's case, they're super involved with like the community. Like you need to um, oh, you need to this way. You need to be really like really prepared to play a lot, basically, which isn't very fun. But fortunately, the World Flipper people also, or the devs or Kakao Games, also realized that that was the case, and then they kind of removed that in the end. Because basically in the start they introduced something called time trials, which was a really tough boss that you had to complete within a specific amount of time, and then your time would be compared to the entirety of your region, and then if you were in the top percentile of your region, you would gain a lot of things. And I wouldn't say I'm necessarily super competitive, but when they have like an event like that, I would like to at least give it a try. I'd like to at least try to be try to get some of the top scores, right? Because it's cool to get all those cool things. You get like a title that you could show off and stuff like that. And I got the top percentile in all the time trials. And it's stuff like that that, you know, the data mining helped out with, so people could prepare, because for something like the time trials, you actually needed a lot of new people actually needed to have very specific units ready. And by ready, I mean they had to be, you know, the right level, because gachas love their level system. They had to be the right awakening, because gachas love their awakening. They have to have the right skills and all that, you know. So basically, I was really involved with giving people the right dates for when things happen. So we had a website called Elia Bot, which is based, well, the Elia is based on a character from World Flipper called Elia, and Elia Bot is basically the bot which was which allowed people to search up characters or see. Oops. Now I'm stuck. I need to just connect to a bunch of things to unstuck. It won't let me. Oh, there we go. Now I need to wait a long time because I connected to a lot of things really far. Here we go. Oh no, I'm already stuck again. So it also allowed people to see when events were happening, and that's what I was basically in charge of for the longest of time, was figuring out when an event happened or when a banner happened, and then putting it in the bot so people could always check when is the next event happening. And I put a lot of effort into that. I actually put so much effort into it that that people from other gotchas were wanting to have. So like a bot similar to it, basically, right? How far am I? Oh my word, there's a lot left. And that was good fun. But then somewhere down the line, I did that pretty religiously for like two years. But somewhere down the line, I kind of lost motivation because of the end of service announcement. Now, I'm not blaming them for ending the service. Obviously, if they're not making money off of it, then they're not making money off of it. They shouldn't try to force it or anything. You know, if the game is dead, then it's dead. There's no two ways about it. But it did highly demotivate me, and it basically just made me not really want to play it anymore. So I kind of just gave up on playing World Flipper altogether, and that included um, the help I did along around the server, basically. Um, because I was helping out with you know, doing the Elia bot, basically only for global though, because the Japanese servers had their own people doing it. And then I met a lot of really nice people, and I still keep in contact with them as well. Because they're still mostly. I think I'm one of the only few people who actually quit. Most of the other people are actually still playing, and they're going to be playing until the servers actually go down, because they are even more die-hard fans than I am. But we still keep in touch. I actually messaged them today, and someone's working on a website. I was actually checking that out, because even if I don't actively talk in the Discord anymore, which is the unofficial Discord, by the way, because they never actually made an official one. But even if I don't talk in the Discord anymore, I still look from time to time just to check out what people are doing. And someone was making a website for basically archiving all the stuff from World Flipper, stuff like the music, the art, the characters, all the things that people would if you ever go back and you're like, oh, I remember World Flipper, I remember this character, I remember that or whatever, and then you're like, oh, there's no resource for it left. Someone's trying to archive everything for that. So I was looking a bit at that, and that seems to be going well. But yeah, the data mining I helped out a lot with, and back when I helped out with that, I made a lot of tools for people to use for that sort of data mining. I don't remember exactly what each of my tools were, but I do remember that around first anniversary, they did a really big update to World Flipper, which was really strange because the updates that we got were kind of the Japanese World Flipper got a bunch of the updates that we got at basically not random times, but they would get them spread out. So let's say that they got some at first anniversary, maybe they got some 3 months later, maybe some 6 months later. Meanwhile, we got the updates all together, basically. So we would get all the updates within that range of time, all on the first anniversary, and that was a bit strange because there was a lot of updates just suddenly dumped on us. And one of them was that all the characters had gotten a complete rework of their skills, which included how they used them when you used auto in the game. And basically, I made a tool which displayed how two characters interacted with each other. Oops, when you used auto and used their skills, and that got really famous. People used that a lot, and around the time that I quit, one of the people that I still talk to today, I still send him games every once in a while as well, because he likes a lot of programming games. He updated it because I hadn't updated it in a while, obviously, to account for some of the new characters and stuff like that. Oops. And it was nice seeing people still using the tools that I've made. And it's always nice just going back and seeing all the funny things that people mention, that that you've left as like a thing that people remember you by. There used to be in the Discord, which I'm slightly sad about that, but what can you do? There used to be channels in the World Flipper Discord for each of the elements, because World Flipper had an element per character, basically, right? Like you would have fire, you would have dark, you would have light and stuff like that. And there used to be a channel for each element, and I used to hang out a lot in dark. That was where I mentored, and I used to do that because I liked the elements play style. It was very unique to anything I had played before, which I say now, but in hindsight it wasn't really at all, because I do know that there were other games that had the same playstyle, but I thought for a pinball game, it had some of the more interesting playstyles, because the other playstyles were very straightforward. Welcome, Tech Barrel. This is a very hardcore game here. We're going hardcore in the well, I mean, to be fair, this is quite hardcore when you're looking at how many colors you have here. But yeah, no, this is very comfy. Just talking about the gacha that I used to play. But yeah, I used to hang out in the dark channel for World Flipper a lot, and they changed those channels somewhere along the way. So the dark channel doesn't. Well, it kind of still exists, because it's just been rebranded to being the name of a specific boss instead. Yeah. Slightly less ironic now that you know that this is one of the hardcore WooLoop levels with a billion colors. But yeah, I hung out in dark, and if you go there, which is, I think that's also one of the really fun things, and what I love about like archiving in general. If you go there and like search my messages, and then go to really old, you can see like all my messages back from like 2019, trying to help out and trying to theory craft in the game, because I actually originally played the game when it released in Japan, and I was one of the very original theory crafter, and actually one of the people who made a bunch of the builds that people used um, in the Japanese World Flipper, originally on launch, of course, because shortly after launch, funnily enough, shortly after I quit playing World Flipper, one of the best characters for the element that I love the most was released, and I never got to use her on JP. And I actually highly regret never getting to use her and actually quitting as early as I did, because I feel like I would have loved the game much more. Unfortunately, I quit the Japanese World Flipper quite early because I a lot of the people that I knew quit the game because they made like a really strange choice quite early to release a banner which had the at the time best characters in the game, and then shortly after they released that banner, they nerfed the characters on that banner, and I'm guessing a lot of people used money on that banner, and while I do think that the characters that got nerfed should have been nerfed because they were grossly trivializing the content at the time, like very much so. Basically, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm going back. They were basically making the content so easy that if you didn't have that team, you were not guaranteed to beating the content. And I don't think that's a very good practice. However, I also don't think making a banner for the character, making people, you know, spend real money on it and then nerfing it afterwards is a good practice either. If anything, they should have nerfed it and then probably done the banner after. So people could choose and then be like, oh, this was the one that just got nerfed. I don't think I'm going to buy that now that I know it's been nerfed. But yeah, that a lot of people that I knew quit, and also at the time, which I guess is a unfortunate situation for World Flipper, was that Arknights released around that time as well, and Arknights was a very anticipated gacha game. Looks very nice. Very anticipated gacha game. So I guess it kind of it had some competition, I guess. And also I spoke to a lot of people after, and there's a lot of people who you know, didn't even know that World Flipper ever existed, but had they known, they would have actually played because they liked the idea of a pinball gacha. But I think World Flipper probably just kind of didn't have the greatest of, I guess, marketing. I think it probably doesn't help that it was you know, a Cygames game that kind of just got overshadowed by bigger titles like Ume Musume and stuff like that. So. But that's okay, because I still ended up playing it quite a lot, and I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of nice people. People I actually still talk to today. Oh no, I'm getting stuck into stuff. And that is all that matters. But yeah, that's where basically, you know, I've made stuff. I made similar stuff. The range thing that I was talking about that I made for World Flipper. Basically uses a similar basically uses a similar system where because in World Flipper, ranges for skills can be anything between you know, a circle, it could be a half circle, it could be a cone, I think. I think it can also be a square. I don't remember what other things it can be. And all of that needed to be calculated. So I had to do that. And I basically had to insert their algorithms for calculating, although it was encrypted, into a JavaScript website, such that everyone could use it very simply, in a very, very easy and accessible manner. Oops. And so I did. And I would like to believe that it was helpful, because I did it again. Because I made it helpful for a lot of people who had no idea about programming. And it also got a lot of people curious about programming, because people were like, oh, I could do this better. And I was like, oh, that's great. It was open source, so people, of course, always free to edit it. And people did. People made some very nice improvements to it. They forked it and they made their own changes. And I think they made like a like website, I guess, like a tool. Oh, I guess we've suddenly reduced the amount of colors significantly. I guess that kind of helps when you have like these on a row, right? Because this all counts per like individual ones. So if you have like all the way down and all the way around, that probably makes sense why there's so few left all of a sudden. But yeah, oh, wrong way. I did a fair bit of helping out, and I think they made like a tool site where they basically collected a bunch of tools that they made, which were things like, I think they made a jukebox where you can listen to music, and I think that's also where the new site for archiving all that is. I think that's also on the jukebox. And I think that's a really, really nice idea. I think it's a very good idea for a game, for a game that's ending up in oops. For a game that's ending their service like that, I think having a last memory thing would be quite nice. Because I know the Japanese servers are actually dead already. And they don't have anything. They don't have anything archived. They have a couple of websites where you can find like teams and stuff, and then some of the other sites that were used, which I think I don't really like that practice. But some of the other sites that were used for making teams and stuff, they actually just shut down. Like not the people behind WooFlipper, but the people who had made the site just shut it down without really much of a warning. So a lot of the data from there was like gone, which I don't really like that, but whatever people decide to do. I also used to make I used to host a trivia bot for WooFlipper as well, and one of the funny things that people love that part of the trivia bot. It had one of the questions, or like one of the category of questions was it would take like a small frame, like basically I think it was 32 by 32, maybe less, maybe 16 by 16, or maybe 24 by 24 frame of a character in the game, and then it would show that picture, and it would be like, oh, what character is this? And people would have to guess, and people love that part very much, and I thought it was hilarious as well. It was very fun. People enjoyed that, and that sparked a lot of interest. And we used to have little I guess well, not necessarily tournaments per se, but um, you know, people would show up, and then we'd have the trivia bot running, and if you won, this didn't actually, like, if you won, you wouldn't get anything yet. But originally, if you won, it was intended that you would get a role for, I think it was like a month or something. And then once that month is over, you would basically, the trivia bot would be open again, and then if you won there, you would get the role for a month again, which was a nice little thing. People love that. And I think for an unofficial Discord, we had a very cute community for like a gacha game, because I don't really know what because I don't actually go to Discords all too much for gacha games. I think other than World Flipper, I can't actually really think of a Discord I've joined for a gacha game off the top of my head. But I don't know if that's like a typical practice that, you know, people have such tight-knit communities in their gacha game Discords, but I imagine that some probably have Discord servers that are way too big, because I know that I think the blue, is this the last one? It is. Did the game freeze? Oh, there you go. Now would you look at that? Well done. Look at that. That's just absolutely amazing. I wonder if the replay thing, is this replay? Oh yeah, that's the replay. I wonder if this replay thing is auto generated. I assume it probably is, based on what you do. Oh, very nice. New Game Plus. No. Although that would be I have seen the New Game Plus stuff. We're just jumping straight into. I think I could do another one. Although I was gonna end. Probably do this one. This will be my last one. I think that's fair. So I think one of the things with like the World Flipper Discord that I know that the Genshin Impact Discord, for example, was like. It was so big at one point that Discord servers were too small to accommodate more players for them, and I think they had to make like a second Discord for Genshin Impact. And I think for a size like that, that's when I imagine that there's probably not really that like the means of like community probably kind of loses its meaning. Like you kind of probably don't really have the same sort of feeling of community compared to something like World Flipper, where you don't really have that many players. I think we peaked, like the people in Discord, I think we peaked at 75,000. And then we actually we lost a lot of people at one point because of April Fools. Was it like we had like an April Fools thing where someone, or when I say someone, the owner of the World Flipper Discord put a fake ping icon in the bottom right of the image of the Discord, and we lost like a lot of people because they thought that they got pinged and they couldn't clear it. So a lot of people left the Discord when that happened, which was kind of funny, but mostly, obviously not like actual old timers left. It was mostly people who, what is this? It's mostly people who didn't play the game anyway, or hadn't played the game for a really long time. So it didn't matter a whole lot in the end anyway. But yeah, I actually dropped by today to say hello, and I was looking at some of the things. The reason why I dropped by was because one of the people that I'd met there, one of the guys that when I had met him, he was very interested in programming. But he was very, I guess, like I wouldn't say scared. Like, he wasn't exactly scared, but he was very overwhelmed by programming. He was very unsure of how to go about programming. Like, what would he need to do? Where would he start and stuff like that? And he was always basically, his idea with trying to get into programming was that he wanted to play a gotcha game that he really liked, which was World Flipper, and then by participating or by joining the data mining team, he wanted to get more knowledge on how programming worked. And I thought that was quite admirable, because I think joining, like, doing programming is one thing, right? But doing it from doing it from basically having no knowledge and then doing data mining, which is very very hefty, is a quite big. Is that an egg? Are these eggs? I think these might be eggs, sunny side up. So I thought that was very admirable. So he had a lot of fun learning how data mining worked, and he, for the longest time, he basically took on the job to do the data mining itself, I guess. To be fair, I mean, not to break his bubble or anything, because he did a wonderful job. But to be fair, I guess there wasn't a whole lot for him to do in terms of programming itself, because shortly after, well, I guess shortly is being a bit or not too correct, because it was quite a while after, actually. But after a while, what could this be? After a while of me having been in the Discord, we had one guy appear out of nowhere, and he, for the first time, data mined the game to the point where he was able to read all the files and stuff. And then not long after, we got another guy that appeared and did the same thing, and those two together basically made what helped us read all the files. And there was a tool made for it as well, which was made very clear. It was only done for you know, I guess not educational purposes, because that would be incorrect, but like we never, get me out of here. We never did it for like any malicious intent. We basically only did it so we were closer with the devs, because unfortunately the devs for the global release of World Flipper were a bit distant from their community. It felt like they didn't really play the game. A lot of the translations, Like I don't really blame them for getting some translation things wrong, but a lot of the translations felt like that they didn't really play the game. Um, and I guess that's partly due to like the translators in the firm, not really the developers. But I guess when I say developers, because we didn't I don't think we had any like I don't even know if we had any specific developers for what could this be? Tomato? I don't think we had any developers specifically for the global release. I think it was more like there was like a team of I know that we had a community manager in the unofficial Discord at one point. Like an actual community manager from the global release of World Flipper was on our Discord, and she was very nice. She was quite nice, but I imagine that what they probably got was just like a smaller team of community managers who just their job was just to talk with the translators and then talk with the Cacao Game people and the Psy Games people. I'm not entirely sure because she was a bit secretive because basically she kind of made it clear, which I also didn't really understand why, but apparently they didn't want a Discord for global specifically. They were okay with the Japanese release having one, but they didn't really want one for the global release. I thought that was a bit weird, but you know. But yeah, so she was a bit secretive. So she basically only talked to some specific developers, or not developers, moderators in the unofficial Discord. But she was quite nice. Is this a sausage? I think this might be a sausage. I'm creating an English breakfast here. Full English. I think that might be it, yeah. This is another one. 2. This is definitely a big breakfast. Champions breakfast here. Wait, is this bacon? Why is this square? What is this? Oops. Get me out of here. What could this be? Is that a mushroom? Or maybe it is just a sausage, but it's like covered by something. Up here. This part of like filling in is really nice. Really comfy. I wonder if like the people who made this game, if they're like, if they have like, if they've done this in real life. They like sit down and have done this in real life as well before they started making this game. Because I feel like there must be some sort of like an art to this, right? Like doing it in a very specific manner. I feel like I probably wouldn't be able to sufficiently say. I still am not entirely sure what this is. I feel like I probably wouldn't be able to sufficiently say when things have to be done in a specific order or manner in this. I think they do a pretty good job. If they don't, if they haven't like got any sort of prior knowledge, if they didn't do this beforehand, then I find that very admirable. I find that they are this is very impressive. Down here, up here, round. Now up here. I noticed that it always ends with the spinny. I guess that makes sense, right? One of these. It always ends with one. Oh, so this, now we might get to figure out what this is, because now comes the whatever is covering it. That might tell us what it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, not entirely sure what that was. I think that sometimes I'm too fast. The game doesn't like that. My hands just get out of control, and then the game's like, oh no, he's stuck. But I'm not actually stuck. What is this? There's like a giant nacho chip. Oh, is this like a sandwich? Oh yeah, this is probably the toast. So it's covered by the toast. Yeah, I see it now. And then this is also, that makes more sense. I get it now. The giant nacho chip. Giant tortilla chip. What the? Oh, this is the to show that it's been toasted. Look at that. Now down here, the last bit of toast. And now we do it on the other toast as well. I wonder how long it takes them to like make a level from scratch. I feel like there's a lot of thought put into this. I wonder if they sit down and they like draw it in pixel art first and then, or maybe could you imagine if they like made it in person first? Like if they actually like sat down and made it in real life first, and then they and then they made it in the game afterwards. That would be really nice. I wonder if they have like how with like in the studio, or if they have like a row or like a place where they have like framed pictures of these wool drawings here. Is this bacon? I think this might be bacon. It's very Very crispy from the looks of it. Imagine coming into the office. There's just like rows of wool art. How comfy would that be? Maybe they have them like on desks. The people who made the wool art get like a framed picture on their desk of the art. Oh no. Down here. This must be bacon. It's very square. Imagine if they had like a merchandise section where they'd have that's a lot of bacon. that's a lot of bacon. Imagine if they had like a merchandise section where you could buy like the game or like a specific level in a real life loop thingy. Like one of these in real life. That'd be nice. If you have like a favorite one, you could buy it. Get it sent to you in real life. Up here. Oh. I wonder if they have like a level designer team at the work, or if it's just like the developers that make the levels as well, or the artists maybe. Maybe the artists make the levels. I don't know how big their team is. I saw that they had a couple of other games as well. I haven't checked any of them out, but I did see that they had a couple of other games. Maybe they're working on a new game, and it had a demo in the most recent Next Fest, I think it was. Or maybe it was the Next Fest before this one. No, this... I think WooLoop was the Next Fest a couple of times ago, and I think that's probably what I'm mixing it up with. But I think they had a demo this Next Fest as well. Are these beans? I remember when I used to do like sewing back in quite a while ago. Basically, you have to use. Well, I guess that's kind of like a silly thing to say, because it's not actually true, obviously. But back then, there's something called a sewing driver's license, basically, or sewing license. Actually, literally like a suing driver's license in Danish, but then in English it's probably just suing license. And basically, you had to go through these tests to see if you were good enough at suing to get it, and I got one of those. I was good enough. Oh, now I imagine probably if I think that is beans. I imagine if that even still counts today, I probably need to get it renewed, because I don't think it has much left in it. Because it was many years ago. Oh, these are very small ones for the end here. I think it was like, I don't know how many years ago it was. Like maybe like 18 years ago. Something like, well, actually 18 must be too long ago. Like 13 years ago maybe. Oh, look at that. All done. The breakfast has been made. That's a lot of bacon. Like 2 sausages, 2 toast, 2 eggs, 2 tomatoes, and then a lot of bacon. so much bacon. So much bacon, and then beans underneath. No black pudding for so the not real full English, but it's close. It's very close. Very nice. Alright, I think that's also a very nice place to call it a day here. I think with the wonderful breakfast on the screen. So that was a pretty short stream. I didn't really expect it to be a long one. Primarily because I was playing another game originally, but I thought I could beat that game. But I found out that not only it was a bit longer than I expected it to be. But it also wasn't really quite as great a stream game. Oh, actually, maybe I should switch to this scene. Welcome. I actually didn't realize that it would keep my my different avatar here for now, but that's funny. So we'll keep that. So yeah, I was intending to play a different game, but apparently it was a bit shorter than I actually originally thought it was going to be. So I ended up switching games to this. It was kind of like a last, or just a sudden choice, just to go for this game instead, because I didn't really expect the other game to be as short as it was. So I hopped over to this instead. Now let's see if we can find someone to raid. There's not a lot of people online that I can raid. However, it has been a while since I raided CV on her old account, and I can see that she's streaming right now. So I guess I will raid her. How long has she been streaming? Oh, just like 20 minutes. So I'll raid CV if I can. Let's check if I can. Raid. Did that work? That did work. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for watching. I will probably stream again soon, and this time when I stream again, it will be a like a proper stream where I've picked a big game that we're gonna play. This was a very sudden stream because I wanted to play that other game that I played, and then it wasn't quite It wasn't quite what I expected. I still very much like it, so I'll just play it off stream. But I think it probably wasn't the best on stream game. It was a bit slow and stuff like that. So I think I'll play that off stream, and then we get to play another game on stream. What game I'm playing, I still have not decided yet. So that is something we will find out by then. Today was quite fun though. I really enjoyed that. I had a good few levels in WooLoop, and got to talk about making my WooLoop levels and stuff like that. And we'll see. Maybe I'll show it off on stream next time. What I figured out in terms of the WooLoop levels and stuff like that, and we'll see what I can do. And the raid is going. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you. And bye bye.